Hi, how's it going? Today I'm gonna comp the song The Girl from Ipanema. I'm doing this because I see many foreigner musicians playing without language. Sometimes they don't recognize some values that are important in bossa nova. And I'm gonna play for you some chorus of just comping, and I'm gonna comment what I was thinking, what's important, and uh, the values in the of the Brazilian music in bossa nova. All right, so let's start. was the basis of the Girl from Ipanema, the harmony of it, and I played different textures, just making the comping. And what was important here? There were a lot of variations, some influences that are not bossa nova, but let me tell what I've thought during this process. The most important thing is to imitate the beat that was created by João Gilberto. It has he created this beat. And we can divide in different ways. Sometimes this beat can be anticipated. I can go to the next chord before the bass. So this is the most important thing, this kind of beat. If we imitate the João Gilberto's guitar, we are gonna use the bass just repeating the lower note, the root of the chord, right? But sometimes when you play bossa nova with a bassist, you're gonna find they sometimes you're gonna use the fifth, for example. This 3 last fingers to do the bass, and this 2 fingers to do the 3rd and the 7th of the chord. For example, if I use this, just one hand to do this, it's possible to create some improvise with some chords or some improvise with the right hand. And if you have notes, in some moments I just played the simple notes in the higher register of the piano, and in this case I was imitating some arrangements of bossa nova that has big orchestras, and so the piano is often played with just one note by note, or in octaves, and I was trying to imitate this. So this creates this kind of texture that reminds the album the composer of Desafinado plays, that it's a very important album from Tom Jobim. So for example, sounds very inside the language of the bossa nova. Another important thing, or another texture I use, it's sometimes playing this larger chords, sometimes repeating one note to get a bigger voicing, and using the bass. One important thing that's different from samba, it's that we can't, if you want to sound inside bossa nova, you won't do the accent in the second beat, That's very important and very it's essential in the language of the samba. But sometimes we can change, we can mixture. Bossa nova, it's a kind of samba, so we can mixture with samba. For example, I'm using a more percussive sound, more staccato notes on the right hand to imitate the tambourine. Differently, when I was just thinking on bossa nova that I was using the pedal to express to imitate the if I was playing with some samba feel, and we can create different textures, changing between one and another. So I'm starting. It's still a smooth samba, alright? Another very important thing to do in bossa nova, it's the quality of the chords. The chords often has the 9th, the 13th. It's very common to have chords with a lot of notes. Now we have, for example, this G7 with the sharp 11th, this G minor with 11th, 9th, and so the chords are always sounding very very full. Very interesting question. When we don't have the left hand larger enough to do these voices, I recommend you just to use the root in this finger and these others to make the 3rd and the 7th, and you don't create the alternation like I'm doing. This gives a more samba feel. So, alright, for small hands, that is no problem. It's possible also to do. Sometimes I get out of the rhythm to play some harmonized phrases, for example. Some variations create some interest in your playing. They will give color to your playing, and the comping will not be obvious. Because to call attention of our audience, you can't be all the time predictable in what you are doing. So when you get the capability of playing the groove inside the language, it has swing, you can start to do it. You can start to create variations. For example, stop just a little, but the bass. That is This chord of the fifth grade of the tonality often uses the flat ninth with the major 13th. It's the down dim chord. What we use so. Bossa Nova often moves the 13th of dominant chords also. This progression can be reharmonized. One thing important about this song, "The Girl from Ipanema," is that many people place the progression to return to the first A section with two fives. For example. If you hear Jobim's version, it's not or let me play better this. It has one much more interesting harmonization for A minor, A flat major 7, D flat major 7, and G flat major 7. Look hear how it sounds. Much more interesting than two fives. Alright? What can I say more about this process? I'm gonna play a little. When I forget, I'm gonna just play a little more and try to remember something. Let me start again. It's interesting when you are creating some this kind of comping to create some dialogue with the melody. You're going the melody has some resting points, and we can understand as a resting point the point where the melody the singer is in silence, or also when the singer is holding one longer note. So you can understand this as a moment where you can make some melodic answer in your instrument. So I create some little melody to fill that space. All right. Other thing I've used, it's based on the piano of the pianist Cristóvão Bastos. He uses some higher voicings, doing some tenths on the right hand with 1/3 on the top of it. So this is very typical. You can use it's good to use moderately, not use so much, but it sounds very good. And one thing I think about the piano when we are playing some solo piece and comping, I see that a lot of pianists just play on the medium part of the piano. They just play the voicings here, and I like to compare with the piano played by Beethoven, Chopin. They always use the whole instrument to play every piece. And if you understand a little about the language, you can expand your use without being exaggerating. Some things I would like to tell you, that it's just to arpeggio, making the arpeggio of some chords, it's not inside of the language of bossa nova. We just do arpeggios, I think, when you are superimposing tonalities. For example, so I play the C7 here, and I play an F sharp. And why F sharp? F sharp forms and this chord, these triads combined, they form a C7 flat 9 with sharp 13. So arpeggios differently of the root note, the root chord, can be interesting, but arpeggios of the chord you are playing are not welcome in bossa nova. They don't sound good. But for example, I'm playing an F major here and a G major. So this combination of different tonalities, it's very welcome to bossa nova. I remind that on the B section I made reharmonization, some reharmonizations of the B section that people often in some places here in Brazil they play. Let me play the B section. F sharp major, B7, F sharp minor, A minor, B7, G minor, B flat minor, E flat, A minor, B7, G minor, and C7. If you want to know, just slow down the video, you can write down for you. I played some reharmonization that people often uses here. F sharp major 7, E flat minor, F sharp minor, and so B7, A major 7, F sharp minor, A minor 7, B7, G minor 7, and so I came to B flat minor 7 through chromatic motion. I did another reharmonization that's found on the trio corrente group, that they transform the F sharp major in a sus chord. They transform it in a G sus4, and after that they transform it in a G Frisian. What is a Frisian chord? It's a flat 9, sus flat 9 chord. And so they do the same in the next part. They play an B7, B sus flat 9, B sus and B sus flat 9, and after that C sus and a C sus Frisian, C Frisian. There is one very important detail if you are comping a Brazilian singer or a people singing in Portuguese, or a person singing in Portuguese, or a person singing in English, because it has two lyrics. One made by Vinícius de Moraes and Tom Jobim, and another that I don't know who is the author. I'm not sure that that's by Tom Jobim. I don't think so. But in this part, if you wanna to do with the melody, if you are playing Portuguese, the melody, it will sound like that. And if you are playing with the English in the English language, that it's missing one note. So be careful if you are trying to double. To double, to play together with the melody, it's very interesting, but you have to be careful to play the notes together. All right, and at the end of the song, I used one very typical chord that Jobim used in some arrangements. That is the diminished chord with major 7. So it ends on A major 7, and I played A major, A diminished with major 7, and I put I put the 9th here on the right hand. So I hope you have increased your ability to understand the comping in Brazilian music. All right, this is for help us that are very interested, but you don't have access to Brazilian some Brazilian classes with a Brazilian musician. So the purpose is to help you to play more inside the language and to play and give ideas to you, make your arrangement sounding authentic. All right, so I hope you have enjoyed this live, and see you every day here for more lives about the Brazilian accent and improvisation. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.